Hey guys, welcome to Flat Top King. Hey, today it's all about the chopped cheese. I've done my homework and I hope I can do this sandwich justice. You guys stay tuned. All right, so after doing my research and going down that rabbit hole of like video after video after video after video, I hope today that I can bring New York to East Tennessee, and more importantly, Harlem. So let's get over a couple things. One, super easy to make. Two, what is a chopped cheese? Now you can ask a lot of people and they're going to do it a little bit different way, of course, but it's very easy. It's ground beef thrown on the flat top just like it is like a patty. You cannot use, I've been told, you cannot use any other cheese, period. They don't want to hear it. There is no ifs, ands, or buts. American cheese. Simple, right? You got some sautéed onions. We're going to put a little mayonnaise, some ketchup, some lettuce, and tomato on there. And that is it in a nutshell. Now, I reached out to one of our subscribers, I guess our community, our subscriber, Matt. He lives in New York. I said, Matt, listen, I want to do this sandwich justice. I do not want to mess it up. I definitely don't want to come after New York and be like, hey, this is what I'm making. I learned a couple things. I got to be honest with you. I was intrigued. And I've got words that I can actually pronounce. You ready? This, to me, is just like bread. It's like a sub roll, right? Where they're from, this is called a hero. Period. You don't call it a sub roll, you call it a hero. Two, a bodega. Do you know what a bodega is?
Like a little corner shop.
Yes. Do we have one here?
Am I really right?
Yes. but it like serves everything, and apparently their delis in the background are like what fuels the bodega. It's like, of course, being from Harlem or the Bronx or anywhere, the population is so dense that the bodega can serve a large amount of people in the community for different reasons. We have nothing like that here. I'm not saying I'm rural, but there's nothing like a bodega once you look at the videos and people walking inside and that interaction going back and forth. We might have a couple of delis, but it ain't nothing like that. I wish I had one, all right? So the first things first, we're gonna take our hero, we're gonna slice it open. I am not going to mess this up. The one thing I've learned, going about 3/4 of the way, is this is not a Philly. This is not a cheap man's Philly. This sandwich was invented for the people from there. They don't want to hear about how this is a cheaper version of a Philly. What they want to hear, whoo, that flat top feels good.
Oh, it's so cold. It's so cold today.
Woo, that feels good. All right, I'm going to get this nice and toasty on both sides. What they want to hear is it's a chopped cheese. Nothing about Philly. Bun's getting toasted. Come back on here with some patties. The only thing I don't have, and as many of the videos I did watch, nobody really talked about the seasoning that goes into the meat. So I'm just going to do salt and pepper. That's all I got. Salt and pepper. While our burger's going down, just want to get those onions in there. One thing I did notice throughout all my research, there was never a time where there was an argument over when the ground beef hit the flat top, when do you chop it. Nobody talked about building a crust, having that Maillard reaction. Nobody talked about any of that. Through all the videos I watched, some cooked it just automatically started chopping it. Some people mixed the cheese up and chopped it right away. Some people let it have a deep crust on one side and then turn it over and started chopping it. And that's more of what I think I'm going to go for. I think that's the idea or the thing behind it. The reason why they use burger is because it's the price point that they stick to. They're very serious about the price point. They don't like the idea. They don't mind if people recreate it. But they don't want to recreate it for $18, $19 with like, you know, prime Wagyu with artisan lettuce and heirloom tomatoes. That's not what this sandwich is about. This sandwich is about grease, about comfort, about what bodega you come from, and the affordability of this sandwich. All right, now that we got some color on our onions, you guys see that? That's about what I'm looking for. Go ahead and flip these burgers. Okay. Now this is where the fun happens. A little salt. A little pep. Hey, for my subscribers or my viewers, if you guys have a secret on the seasoning, go ahead and hit that comment section down below for me. Tell me what actually the seasoning goes in it, because it's never, ever mentioned. Heck, some of them might not even use seasoning. And this is the chopped version. This is the whole thing about it. Woo! Nice and toasty. And that's it. That is simple. That's as easy as it is. I'm just going to kind of get some of the grease out of there. So this is the idea. Our bun's that big, so we want our meat to represent the bun, okay? We're going to split this sandwich in half, so I'm going to do 2 slices of American cheese. I'm going to allow that steam and that moisture to come up and melt the cheese. Whew. Let's talk about the bun real quick. I want you guys to know that I went as far, and I can't stand this. I hate buying something I really don't need. But to do the video justice, I even bought foil packets, like sheets. I didn't even rip off the aluminum foil like I wanted to. I said, if I want to do it, I want the foil sheets, because I want that grease to absorb into the crusty bread. All right, so here we go.
Looks like we should have bought some mayonnaise.
Probably should have. I'm literally dead eating this right now. My wife said, I don't even like burgers. And this was fantastic. And I told her, I said, I don't think we gave this sandwich enough praise at the end of the video. So if you're watching this now, you cannot wait until you get to the end of the video. This sandwich is banging. It eats so much different than a burger. She ate all the carbs, all the bread, everything. And she goes, you got to go back out there and tell the audience that this sandwich is 100% legit. Now back to the programming. Now, some people will say it comes with bell pepper. Some people will say you can put some pickled pepperoncinis in there, which I thought would be a great flavor. But it did not seem like it was more traditional. That just seems like some options that you could do. To me, I wanted to give it a try the first time, just the way it is. So mayonnaise, a little ketchup on both sides. And there we go. So the idea, let's see if we can do it. I don't even know where the lettuce and tomatoes want to go. Portion might be a little thick. All right. Just because I got to. Throw some tomato on there. Come back in with that shredded lettuce. At least you got your greens for today. Now, from what I told, you got to let it sit. You got to let it sit. So let's see what happens. All right, guys, so I've let it sit. There's no doubt in my mind there's way too much beef in here. But we're going to see what we got. Just imagine it being wrapped up. All right, guys, so I just cut it. Just took the aluminum foil off. I've let it sit. You can see that that toasted bread now has just become a grease pit for all that beef. God. It does not eat like a burger. They said it didn't. If you did it right, it eats like a sandwich, and it's good. You don't think burger. You get the toastiness of the bread. The cheese.
It's a 2 napkin.
That's good. That's good. It's different. It's really good. Might not look like much. It might look too simple, but it's not. All right, guys, there you go. Hey, from Harlem, New York to East Tennessee, I appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to press that subscribe button, pound the notification button. Walk out on a limb and try something different, because you can make something like this easy peasy. Peace.